Okay. We're good? Going live?
You're live.
Okay, hi everybody, how you doing? My name is Dr. Susan, and I am making sure all of the cameras here, I feel like I'm the paparazzi today, are getting set up for today's live seminar. What we're going to do today, just as a background, I'll announce this again. I have a big screen here. You can't see this. My kids are helping me today. If you want to post questions today during the live feed, please do. They're going to be coming up on the screen. I have a huge, 5-foot screen behind you that you can't see here. So I'll be able to see your questions come up through the feed. It would be best if you would post them on the Dr. Susan's page, Integrative Health page. That would be the easiest one. Although I'm doing a watch party from my own page, so hopefully I'll be able to see the questions. So if even on the Missing Piece page, if you're tuning in live from Missing Piece, thank you. But again, try to post your questions. I will try to answer questions as we go along today. This is also being taped and will be uploaded to my YouTube channel as well for everybody out there in social media land and on the internet who wants to learn more about today's class. So, without further ado, today's seminar is on dealing with stress and anxiety during the quarantine. And I know there is so much stress and anxiety going on out there between what I've dealt with in my own practice, just to even dealing with friends and family and relatives and things who are just going through some really trying times right now with everything that's going on with the current health crisis in the world that we are dealing with. So first of all, prayers and thoughts with everybody out there who is dealing with their hardships in their own way, friends, family, people in the hospital, and everybody on the front line. I personally have a sister who's on the front line right now. So just prayers to everybody out there. So we're going to get started and talk a lot of education today, a lot of information. I'm going to talk health tips, strategies, foods, even some basic brain neuroscience. Everything that I'm going to talk about is in the packet. And again, part of what I do is for a fundraiser for the Every Ribbon Counts Foundation. If you go to everyribboncounts.com, there's a whole page on health seminars. A $10 donation will get you today's entire packet. Everything I talk about will be in a packet, including some of the science. There's also some options on there for donating for DVDs that we are selling, and things like that to help make money for the Every Ribbon Counts Foundation in our fight against cancer and supporting people who are going through trying times right now. So that's what we are doing. But first off, I need to do a shout out to, of course, Karen from Missing Piece. She's joining us virtually today with Raggedy Ann. As you know, with social distancing, she cannot be here. So we're being creative and having her adding us to our lovely little, seminar here today. So she's going to be sitting and joining us today. I'm out of room here on how much I can put on screen. So she's there today. She'll be joining us. Thank you to Karen and Missing Piece for all your support in promoting health and wellness in the Lehigh Valley. And I appreciate all of that. I'm also going to give a shout out to Patrick and Kelly from Chocolate Works in Bethlehem. They have actually provided something today that I'm going to talk about. Shipping, delivery, we'll talk about them, but I need to give them a shout out because they're actually making part of today possible as well for Chocolate Works. But here's where we go. So we're going to talk about stress and anxiety and what it is. Most people know what stress and anxiety is. It is a mental state. Is caused by a biological reaction, but whether it's anxiety or stress, either one, it does not matter. The problem is that anxiety and stress cause a lot of biological change in the body. And if you are a parent, if you've dealt with it, or you see a child going through it, you know what's happening when you're, and these are just some of the things that biologically change when your body's going through stress and anxiety. First of all, your heart rate, it fluctuates. That's the first thing. It does affect your heart rate, good and or bad. The second thing it does is it can affect your circulation. It can affect your hormones and the messages that your hormones are supposed to send to each other. It also can affect your inflammation response. It can affect your cognitive ability. We all know short-term memory loss, inability to focus, inability to remember things. It also can affect child's growth rate. So if your children are suffering from high anxiety or high stress situations, we need to find a way to mitigate that because it can affect their growth rate, which is something we don't want to do. We also know that stress and anxiety can totally impact our digestion. So that's one of the things that really becomes an issue with both of those things. Okay, so anxiety and stress are two things that really can affect the biology. And we know this. And actually, what I did not put on here, and I've seen over and over and again on a lot of Facebook feeds, is total lack of sleep, the inability to get a good night's sleep. And that's one of the ones that is a really big issue. And we're going to talk a little bit about that on the brain health side and some foods that can actually help correct that, both in adults and children. Okay, so we'll talk about that. But that's what anxiety and stress is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump right in to foods, and we're going to start talking about some of them. I am going to pause for 1 second because I need to figure out, they're having issues with the live feed over here. Are you guys okay?
No.
Yeah, hang on 1 sec. Hang on. Pause on social media there. Let's get that.
You have to log out. How do you log out?
Hang on 1 sec. Nope, I'm good. Nope, I got it. Now what we're going to do is da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so you're going to go, and actually if you go to here, you should be able to see somewhere on there where we've gone live. Yes, I can. Oh, I wonder where it went. Is TJ around? Okay, we're having slight technical difficulties here. We're coming, hang on. Computer problems, everybody. Bingo, here we go. Got it. That should work. Get that up on screen. There we go. I think we're good. All right, there we go. Got it up on screen. Ta-da! Okay, I'm back. Okay, so we're gonna, just as a recap, sorry to run away and come back. I had to fix the computer problem on the big screen. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to move right into foods, and foods that can actually change your body's reaction to anxiety and stress and help lower it. All of this is backed by science. I'm not making any of this up. I can give you all the sense. It'll be in the packet. So here we go. We're going to start with the first food. Are you ready? I actually have all the food with me today. Ta-da! Okay. The first food that we're going to talk about is an orange. That's right. An orange. Peeling and eating 2 oranges a day has been scientifically proven to reduce the effects of anxiety and stress and depression on the human body. The University of California did this study with over 1,000 men and women, and they found that by peeling and eating an orange, this actually reduces anxiety and stress. One of the reasons why is we all know that oranges have a ton of vitamin C, which everybody should be getting right now to help boost their immune system. Great way to get it. But when you peel the orange and your skin absorbs all of the oils from the riboflavins in the peel, that also increases some vitamin B in the brain, which we know can affect brain neurotransmitter health. So peeling and eating 2 oranges a day, or even a couple times a week, can help relieve anxiety and stress. So that is food number 1 that you can add to your list. So make sure you stock up on your oranges. By the way, just to let you know, oranges are great. Orange juice does not help. So in the scientific study, the orange juice had 0 effect. Peeling and eating the oranges had all the effect. So go for the gold. Okay? Oranges. I could throw this at someone. Can you catch? I'm going to catch this off screen. Ta-da! Okay. The next fruit, most people don't know about. It's usually walked right on by in the grocery stores. This poor fruit is so undersold. But let me tell you about this. This fruit's an antioxidant, which means it gets rid of all the gross germs in your body that you don't want. Phenomenal. It's cute, it's small, it's portable. The other cool thing is this food, if you eat it, helps break down fat. So how many of you, and I've seen this on social media, want to lose fat right about now? This fruit will help your body break down fat. Are you ready to know what this is? Let's see if you can guess. Dun, da, da, da. Here we go. Who knows what this is? Anybody know? Seeing who's checking in online here. This is a plum. That's right. So a plum has all these wonderful health properties that most people don't think about. It's also great for digestion. It's also great for brain health. It can reduce the signs of anxiety and depression. One of the cool things, and it also has B2, B3, and B6. Now, I'm not going to put you back in school right now, but B2, B3, and B6 are all very healthy for the brain and for giving your body energy. I can talk to you about all three of them, but the bottom line is you want three of these. So get some plums, have your kids eat them, have you eat some. They are very healthy, and there's not too much sugar in them, so they're great for helping your body reduce your fat content as well. Plums, great, eat them. Ta-da! That's one of the neat things. Now, most people who know me, I talk about this fruit all the time because I think they're phenomenal. I also think they look really cool, so let me pull these out of my little magic box here. Most people know what this is. Anybody who's been to any one of my health classes knows about this. This is a dragon fruit. Some cultures call it the strawberry pear. Okay, now here's how this helps health, anxiety, depression, and basically fixing the brain. First of all, it is loaded with every vitamin and mineral on the planet that you need. It is an antioxidant. It has vitamin C. It has vitamin E. It has magnesium. It has calcium. It has zinc. You can go through the entire list of everything that a dragon fruit has, and it's healthy for you. But scientists have shown, and this is where anxiety is important here, science has shown that eating dragon fruit reduces the inflammation response of the human body. Now we know if you have anxiety and stress, your inflammation rate is already accelerated. So why not eat a fruit that can reduce that? The less inflammation you have in your body, the less your body's going to be able to hang on to anxiety and stress. Dragon fruits help do that. In the packet, I have an entire page and a half of all the other things that dragon fruit can do for you. This is so easy to eat. I did a video a while back on my Dr. Susan's PH page. And basically, all you have to do is cut this in half and scoop out the fruit and eat it. It's wonderful. It's great for everybody on the planet. Put it in your smoothies. And the nice thing about this, too, is you can actually freeze this. So I always cut it in half, scoop out the fruit, put them on a cookie sheet, freeze them, and then put them in a container, and you can pull them out and eat them later on. So that's the nice thing about dragon fruit, is it's very freezable, lasts in the freezer for about 3 months. Okay? So that's the nice thing about dragon fruit. The other thing, I see people eating them, but not a whole lot. And I'll tell you why this is important for anxiety and stress and why we don't want it, is pumpkin seeds. So I got a whole container of pumpkin seeds. Now, most people actually do these in the fall, and we only ever eat pumpkin in the fall, but I think you should be eating pumpkin all year round because pumpkin seeds have something in them called lysine. Lysine is an amino acid where when we are stressed and have anxiety and things like that, lysine gets depleted from the system. Now, lysine is a very important amino acid because it embeds in the ends of your nerve cells and it keeps your nervous system healthy. Well, you need your nervous system healthy for hormones to communicate and tell your body what to do. But when lysine gets depleted, it just becomes a communication nightmare. Eating pumpkin seeds every now and then will help that lysine stay at a decent level and keep those nerve endings healthy, and therefore can keep your hormones communicating. And when your hormones communicate the way they're supposed to, everything works happy in the body. So again, pumpkin seeds, next food on the list that can help relieve anxiety and stress. Here comes the next one. And this is a fun one for everybody. Let me pull this one out. This is compliments of Chocolate Works. Now, here's the beauty part of what I'm going to talk to you about next. If you love chocolate, particularly dark chocolate, you can order this and have it shipped to you. They will deliver it, and you can go pick it up. So Chocolate Works makes a special dark chocolate bark. Now, we know that dark chocolate has flavonoids that help the body manage stress. It can elevate your mood. It can also help alleviate anxiety. And we also know that it has antioxidant properties as well, especially dark chocolate. So what Chocolate Works has made, so thank you to Patrick, this is a dark chocolate bark. Comes in all different sizes, and you can get it in time and fill all the Easter baskets. But what it has embedded in it is coconut, cranberries, walnuts, almonds, pumpkin seeds, and a bunch of other healthier things, so that when you're eating it, not only are you getting the benefits of the dark chocolate, but then you're also getting the vitamins and minerals of the nuts and seeds that they've added to the chocolate. So this is what we call healthy bark. And I have to thank Patrick and Kelly from Chocolate Works for making this possible for today. By the way, it's absolutely amazing. I wouldn't suggest eating an entire pound at once, but it's a great snack for everybody out there, and it's healthy. So that's the fun thing about dark chocolate. You can call and order them. I have their number everywhere. So Chocolate Works' phone number, we're going to put this right up there, 610-419-1132. So please give Chocolate Works a call. They've helped make this seminar possible today. So please help support our local small businesses. But dark chocolates is one of the foods on the list. And there's a lot of research on cacao and dark chocolate. So please add this to your diet, and again, help with your anxiety and stress. And this is really great to add to your Easter baskets. By the way, if you don't like walnuts, or if there's something on this you don't like, please talk to Patrick and Kelly, because they will custom make stuff for you, which is perfect for this time of year. So that's your dark chocolate on our list. Now, the next thing, the next food I'm going to talk about, most people don't know about. When I talked to a wholesaler yesterday about making some custom products for Dr. Susan, my practice, she's like, I don't know a lot about that. I'm like, well, you should, because it's 3,000 years old and it's been around in the Ayurvedic medicine field for centuries. And we've been using, I use it in my practice all the time. I have prescribed it to patients, and I've added it to smoothies. We've added it to teas and foods. But again, this food is so amazing. Most people don't know what it is, but I will show you. I usually order it by the pound. It is a root powder, and it is called Ashwagandha. It's a very long word. It's in the packet. If you don't know how to spell it, that's okay. But it is a root powder that is from a plant in Africa. Now, this root powder has so many health benefits. It is amazing. I'm going to give you some of them just to kind of give you what it is. The first thing is that ashwagandha has been scientifically proven by numerous universities and hospitals all over the world that ashwagandha will lower your cortisol level. Now, we know that cortisol is your stress hormone. When you have high anxiety, high stress, we know your cortisol is elevated. I'm a hormone specialist by trade. My first line is cortisol is the death hormone. You don't want a lot of cortisol. If I gave you the list of everything that cortisol caused, we'd be here till next week. But anyway, you don't like cortisol. It's not that healthy. Ashwagandha lowers your body's ability to produce it and also increases your body's ability to absorb it. That's the first scientific fact about ashwagandha. It's very healthy. The second thing that we know that ashwagandha does is it will reduce your blood sugar levels. So all of the type 2s out there and people are having blood sugar problems, ashwagandha should be a part of your daily routine. We also know that it strengthens cardiovascular properties, so it's healthy for all of those with heart issues. It also has anti-cancer properties. It can reduce stress and anxiety. It lowers your cholesterol. Isn't it amazing? Something from a plant can lower your cholesterol. So instead of popping a pill, guys, you could be adding something healthy to your diet with the same effect. So think about cortisol. The other thing is too is I have a lot of weight loss clients. We use ashwagandha in most of our weight loss protocols because ashwagandha can help reduce your belly fat, which we know is one of the unhealthiest fats on the human body to have, particularly in men. So we want to do whatever we can to get rid of that belly fat. Ashwagandha is one of the things that can help with that. So, and here's the other scientific thing that they've done, and they've been studying this for years. Ashwagandha helps improve brain memory and function. That's right. So, now we know that anxiety and stress causes cognitive issues. Well, ashwagandha is something that can help negate that. So, ashwagandha, it is a root powder. If you haven't heard of it, I add it to my smoothies. My 11-year-old, we do smoothies all the time, and ashwagandha is one of the first ingredients we put in all of them. For athletes, ashwagandha is great because it reduces lactic acid buildup in your muscle field. It helps support lean body mass, and it also helps prevent, I don't know if any of you are long distance runners, but when you work out for a long period of time, your body can actually get to a high stress level, and therefore the workout becomes pretty much ineffective. Ashwagandha is one of those supplements that can help that. But again, it's a root powder, so you add it to your smoothies, your drinks, things like that. Pill form, it's available, but honestly, I wouldn't recommend it. I haven't seen any yet that are effective. So go for the root powder. Hopefully soon it'll be in a tea. Ta-da! So that's ashwagandha. The next one is, I get a lot of questions, especially from my patients, about flax versus chia. Everybody who knows me know that flax is an absolute no. It is not allowed in the diet whatsoever. Throw it out. It has no purpose on the planet. Go for chia. Even Bloomberg Business Week did an entire economic study on why chia seed is 10 times better than flaxseed. So when a total non-medical entity is telling you that chia is better than flax, we might want to listen. So chia seeds. Chia seeds you can put pretty much anywhere on your salads, in your yogurt, in your teas, whatever. You can put it in your smoothies. You can make a pudding out of it because they plump when you let them soak. I was going to say plump when you cook them, but that was from another commercial. So I'm just looking for questions as they come up on the screen here. So chia seeds, again, these have a large amount of iron and magnesium, which is healthy for the human body. You need iron. I know a lot of women who are iron deficient. I can tell you why, but that's another story. Chia seeds help put iron back in the bloodstream, and the more iron you have, the healthier your blood flow and the healthier your circulation is. So add chia to your diet. And again, we know that when you have a healthier blood flow, a lot of the inflammation rate that is happening because of anxiety and stress can be mitigated, and therefore you'll suffer less from anxiety and stress when you're eating a healthier diet. Okay? Now the next one, somebody didn't know what these were. Now this is how I store mine. I actually went to Azar's down in Bethlehem, and I bought like this 50-pound box of dates because we go through them so much. These are dates. Okay, this is how I store them, in a little airtight container because they last for months. They're wonderful. Yes, you can freeze them once you pit them, and I have done that. I have several containers in the freezer, and I can just take them out and put them in a smoothie. Dates are, a lot of people have misconceptions about dates, which is unfortunate. Get them on the floor. So dates, they're wonderful. They go, oh, they raise my sugar level. No, they won't. Because of the high fiber content in date, it equalizes any sugar that's in them. It's also a very healthy sugar for your brain. So that's one of the neat things. And actually, dates in other cultures are used to regulate blood sugar balance, whereas in the United States, people are told to stay away from them. So I'm not sure where that myth came in, but dates are really good for your blood sugar balance. So whatever people are telling you in the U.S., don't listen to them. So the other nice thing about dates is, I'm real big on brain health and brain neurotransmitters, your cognitive learning patterns. Dates contain choline. Now, you may not know what that is, but it's like a domino effect. Choline is part of the vitamin B family, but that helps something called acetylcholine, which is a brain neurotransmitter. Well, when you have that fortified in the brain, the neurotransmitter that governs stress and anxiety gets put in its place. So dates can help relieve stress and anxiety because of the choline factor. So it's very important that you add dates to your diet. So by the way, if you put them in smoothies, it increases the chocolate taste factor of a smoothie. So there you go. Okay. The other thing that most people don't eat at all, because they say they're high in sugar, but they're related to dates, are raisins. Now, if you want to dip yours in chocolate, have fun, make sure it's dark chocolate. I'm sure Patrick and Kelly can make you a whole 1.5 pounds of them. Use those instead of jelly beans this Easter. But raisins have a host of health benefits. As a matter of fact, so many, I couldn't list them all on the pages, so they're in your packets. But listen to the science-backed proof of health of raisins, okay? Number one, it promotes hair health, skin health, and it helps with sleep because they're iron rich. Now, how many of you, I've seen about 30 posts in the past 2 days of people who aren't sleeping, okay? Start clicking like. There you go. Everybody's, clicking like. All right. Eat some raisins. Raisins help with sleep. Yes, they do. The other thing, it reduces high blood pressure. Now, here's the fact that I heard today. I was on the phone earlier this morning with a physicist who knows all about ACE inhibitors and ACE1s and ACE2. I just want to put this out there. They're finding now that people who are on ACE inhibitors are more at risk for getting C19. Well, that means low blood pressure medication. Well, if raisins can reduce hypertension, why don't you just get the raisins instead and call it a day? Just a suggestion. Don't have to, but read the research. Please go research ACE inhibitors and what's going on with them right now and what they're finding in the science field. But raisins reduce hypertension. Raisins are an antioxidant. They fight off germs. They keep your body healthy. It increases energy. They have calcium. There you go. Eat raisins. So instead of taking a calcium supplement, just eat some raisins. You get it the healthy way. Plus all the other health benefits. It's like a bonus. And then it also has boron. Most people don't know what boron is, but boron is an essential mineral that most people are deficient in when they have stress and anxiety. It kind of like gets depleted for some reason. Raisins puts it back. So find your love of raisins and eat a box every other day and you'll be good. The other green vegetable that I don't have with me today is spinach, because it's in the freezer, but spinach, never kale. People often compare the two, never kale. Kale disrupts thyroid function. You do not want that, so please stick with the spinach. The other two things that we know reduce stress and anxiety are two types of teas. I have my own blends that I make. I can ship all over the country. One of them is Tulsi Tea. This is in my daily detox tea. Tulsi is an herb, and when put in tea, non-caffeinated tea by the way, Tulsi also helps reduce cortisol levels in the human body. So my detox tea is great. It's very calm, very wonderful. I sell a ton of this, but if you're interested, find me and we can hook you up. But Tulsi Tea, it has also a lot of health benefits and helps reduce anxiety and stress. The other one that we sell a ton of, especially during this time of the year, is chai. Chai is an anti-inflammatory tea, and it's also good for anti-nausea. It's also great for migraines, and it's also great for relieving your stress index because it lowers your body's inflammation response. Okay? Chai is almost kind of on that cinnamon scale, but your body can absorb chai, not cinnamon. So chai tea is another great tea to have if there's no caffeine that can help relieve anxiety and stress, along having your body benefit with the other health benefits that goes along with chai tea. And again, this is my own blend that I have because I have a whole line of teas in my practice. I delivered a bunch this morning. So, but chai tea, try that out. Okay? So those are the 12 foods that I went over. And again, if you forgot them all, that's okay. They are in the packet. If you donate on Every Ribbon Counts Facebook page, you will get the packet with all of the information. So now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about strategies. How many of you are so overwhelmed right now that you can't even think of strategies to manage anxiety and stress? I'm seeing how many bubbles and hands go up. Da-da-da. We're going, okay, so what we're doing is, the first of which is food. Food governs everything in your body. And I'm going to explain that in a second. So here we go. Here is our next little chart. Let me get rid of that one. Ta-da! Okay. So we know that every cell in your body has estrogen. Whether you are a man or woman, it does not matter. You have estrogen in your body to witness. Women, we got a lot more of it because it does a lot of things for us, and sometimes we don't like half of it, but here's where we go. Foods that we eat and things that we drink affect our estrogen levels, as long as it's, that time of the month too. But here's what happens. Estrogen is directly related to a neurotransmitter in your brain. You have 6 neurotransmitters in the brain. The only one we're going to talk about today is GABA. Okay? And here's how it works. And this is a direct proportional relationship. Okay? So I even drew a graph. See? For all of those who are doing online geometry or whatever you want to call this right now, here's your homeschool lesson. Estrogen and GABA are directly related. And this is both for men and women. Okay? So what happens is, the lower your estrogen in your body and all your cells, the higher your GABA. Okay, they're kind of like opposites, like, the Marvel opposites, arch enemies, Okay, when your estrogen rises, basically because of food, emotional status, whatever, your GABA drops. When your estrogen lowers, GABA rises. Direct proportional relationship. When estrogen goes up, GABA goes down. So if you follow little charts. The deal is, here's what you want. The higher your estrogen, the more anxiety and stress you have. It's just the way estrogen is like this speed type reactor in the human body. The lower your GABA, the higher your anxiety is. So you see how that works. So when estrogen gets really high, it kills your GABA and it becomes this double nightmare. What you want to do is keep your estrogen as low as possible. Therefore, your GABA can be as high as possible. And therefore, you don't have as much anxiety and stress. In some humans, high amounts of estrogen are the equivalent to what some feel like if they're having a heart attack. I've heard the term anxiety attack numerous times, and they tell me heart palpitations, your eyes are dilated, you get the sweats, anything along those lines. That, whether you realize it or not, if you had your estrogen tested exactly at that moment, your estrogen levels would be through the roof. So would your cortisol levels. So what you need to do is learn to mitigate estrogen and lower it as much as possible. And that's where food comes in. All of the foods, the 12 foods that I talked about today, all of them in your body will help keep estrogen at an equalized level in the body so that GABA can do what it needs to do in the brain so that you don't have the anxiety and stress that everybody's suffering from right now. The other thing that we can do for food is take some food out. Now, this is where people throw things at me. I'm so glad I'm not in front of 40 to 80 people right now because you guys can just scroll through if you want. Here are the top 5 foods that throw estrogen in the bleachers, all the way through the top. Ready? You already know the first one. Sorry, hate to do this to y'all out there. I know. Alcohol. Alcohol raises estrogen almost instantly. So does caffeine. So does dairy, particularly ice cream. Sorry. So those are the top 3. The other one that's really, really bad is soy. Soy does a couple of things in the human body. The number one thing it does, and you have to watch all these people doing the protein shakes with the whey protein and the soy isolate. You have to watch because soy creates a problem with copper in the body. Now, I know there's a whole social media thing about how copper fights viruses. Guys, no it doesn't. Zinc does. Get on zinc. Please don't take copper. Do that copper junk. It's the biggest type on the planet. If you know anything about biology, you'll understand that. Soy messes up copper. When you have copper at the incorrect level, it depletes zinc. You don't want to deplete zinc, particularly now. If anything, you want to be taking zinc at this point because we know that zinc helps the lungs and we know that zinc helps fight viruses. So soy is one of those zinc disruptors. So no soy. It messes up your estrogen and it gets rid of zinc. So you don't want any soy in your diet at this particular time and time. So those are the top ones that really kind of mess up estrogen. And when you mess up estrogen, you're messing up GABA. So let's keep your body healthy on that. So food number 1, strategy. Change your food to change this picture in your brain so that you stay healthy. Okay, that's the most important thing that we can do. The other thing that we know helps everybody is exercise. Move. We all have lots of time on our hands right now. Walk. Get out there. Do something fun. Hey, if you're on TikTok, man, do all the challenges on TikTok, man. There's dances all over this stuff. Whatever. Have at it. Get some exercise. The more you move, the more you will be healthy. And here's the kicker. I'm going to tell you about this. You want to get rid of estrogen? I didn't tell you this part. The number 1 way to get rid of estrogen is sweat. Sweating lowers estrogen. It's wonderful. So the more you sweat, the more you'll get rid of estrogen. And the more you sweat, the more you get rid of GABA's happy, you're happy. So think about those relationships. That's why runners get that runner high. You know, we're so addicted to it. But again, our estrogen is kept at a very low level. So the other thing that we know can govern stress and anxiety and that can help you during this particular quarantine time, you got to have a routine. I don't care what it is, but you need a routine. You know, the song that's going around in my head is this song song from Tangled, you know, 7 a.m. I'm washing my hair, 10 a.m. I'm doing the pots and pans, I'm painting, whatever. Do a schedule, write it down, post it on the fridge, have a schedule, have a routine. That's very important. Have that patterned response that your body knows what's coming. So therefore you can kind of predict things out, and it makes things a little bit easier to deal with. And you also and stick to it. Be very, very specific about your routine. And the other things that we know, that when you talk to everybody who's dealt with anxiety, stress, depression, what has helped them out of that has been the following things. Giving back. Find a way during the quarantine to give back, whether it's a phone call, whether it's a card, whether it's sharing a nonprofit's website or sharing an event or sharing something. Do your part to give back or help a nonprofit that you really love to get their word out there to more and more people. So give back, even if it's at your church, because most churches are online right now, and every church on the planet is suffering because no one's in church to donate. So find a way to give back. Hi, Kevin. How are you doing? I see you popping up. The other thing, too, is being thankful. Every day, if you're having this rough time, even with the kids out there now, I know they're out of school, and some of them are really having a tough time because they're watching the news, which I don't think they should watch the news at all. Make a list of everything every day that you're thankful for. Have your kids do it. Have your parents do it. And make it a family thing. If you're be thankful for something. Write down what you're thankful for. Okay? The other thing, too, is, and this is a tough one, this is more for some of the people out on social media, is stop being offended. Look, own you, worry about you, and don't let someone else's opinion offend you. When you become offended, you actually are tearing down at what makes you you, and you can't do that. So you have to lose that whole being offended thing. Learn to laugh, because someone once said, if you don't learn to laugh at yourself, the world's going to laugh at you for you. So there you go. But stop being offended. It's not worth the time or the aggravation. The other thing is, too, is find your passion. Look, everybody has a passion, whether it's painting rocks, whether it's crocheting, whether it's taking care of animals, whether it's baking. You have all the time in the world right now to discover a passion that makes you happy. Find it, do it, be engaged in it, and have at it. Because this is the other thing. When else are you going to get the excuse that you have to stay home and not do anything for 2-3 months? Whatever it is. You have all the time in the world to find your passion and dedicate time to it. There are no excuses. If you want to be Michelangelo and paint the ceiling in your bedroom, have at it. This is your time to do those things, because when else are we ever going to have the opportunity to be forced to stay at home and not do anything? So find your passion and make that a part of your day. People with a passion don't have anxiety and stress. Ask them. Unless they're too critical of their own work, but that's a whole other story. The other thing is, number 9, is basically find your religion. Go back. Find it. More and more people. I am on about 10 digital online church platforms right now, and it's amazing the stuff that we are finding. Whether you are religious or not, some people think this whole mess is a call to come back to the God that you believe in, but find your passion, find your religion, and make it a part of you, and have something that gives you hope. Because we all know that I work with cancer patients all the time. We just lost someone yesterday, but I know that every one of the cancer patients that we talk to, they will tell you that hope is what gets them to tomorrow. So find your passion, your religion, your hope, and have your children find their hope, because that is one of the easiest ways to get rid of anxiety and stress. Which brings us to the next chart. Ta-da! I have all my charts prepared. I did my homework. So one of the things that we talk about is taking this thing of you, yourself, your friends, your family, the anxiety, the stress. How do we put it all together? Well, we all know that for the human body, we know that there are 3 parts to the human body. We know that there's a physical side. We know that you have a nutrition, because we know nutrition feeds physical. I kind of relate the human body to either, a pool or a car. You got to put the right kind of gas in your car, and you got to put the right chemicals in your pool, or you are not going to want to swim in that pool. Well, your body is the same way. What you put in is what you get out. It's very simple. You eat the wrong foods, you're going to have acid reflux. You eat the wrong foods, you're going to get sick. You eat the wrong foods, whatever, you're going to gain 100 and some pounds, whatever. Believe me, I've been there, done that. So nutrition leads to physical. We also know that your mental state can affect. Notice how mental's on the bottom here of our triangle. Your mental state's kind of your foundation. We all know that if your mental state is secure, your nutrition and your physical body are much better off than when your mental state's off the rails. We know that. Think about people who are suffering from depression. They don't want to get out of bed. Some of them can't get out of bed. So your mental state's very important, which is why you need to start with the food and the strategies to mitigate that. Now, we all know what fills this void is whatever spiritual life you are choosing to lead. I have friends of every religion known to man. You name them, all of them. I'm not going to name, but again, and if that's your path that you choose, that is good for you. But again, follow your path, not somebody else's, and let everybody else follow their own thing. I do believe the coined phrase right now on TikTok is you be you. So let everybody else be them. Just whatever it is they want to be, that's fine. But again, take a picture of this. This is something I've been working on in my practice. This is what I tell everybody. Your mental state is very important. Physical and nutrition go along for the ride. But again, you need that. So that's one of the cool things. And I will give you a free tip. I know we talked about this. This is also, there's a link on the Every Ribbon Counts website for a free 30-minute coaching session. Task Human is a free app you can download today. Go to Task Human. This is the icon that you get either on the App Store, any of the app stores. There's a link on the bottom of the seminar page on everyribboncounts.com for a free 30 minutes. You can go on and search any coach you want and have a one-to-one session, FaceTime. It's all through the app. It's all secure. It's all confidential. There are hundreds of us. There's actually 350 coaches on the app. I'm one of them. But again, they were professionals in a variety of areas. And that is actually a free bonus for anybody on this call. So go to that website, download the link, and there's a code in there, our Stay Well code for a free 30 minutes on the app that I have working with the developers of that. So again, work on this mental state that you have. And one of the other things too that we do is what people do is what you think is important. Other people use different things for stress and management. We're going to show you some of those now. And these are from Missing Piece. You notice I've been clicking my wrist. I have crystals on. There are so many crystals out there. Now, people think that I think I'm nuts, but that's okay. I've actually written several published articles on crystals. Crystals, yes, are rock. They're actually formed from volcanoes from centuries ago. There are all different types of crystals, and you can call them colored rocks if you want. But I'm going to give you the science behind crystals and how crystals can work for different people. If you know anything about geology, you know that every rock on the planet has a magnetic signature. It also has a vibrational frequency. And if you don't believe me, you can take a rock. There is a very large device at Lehigh University in their geology department that can measure the magnetic signature of all rocks and their vibrational frequency. They can actually tell you what continent the rocks are from. It's almost brilliant. That's how they proved plate tectonics, because of the signatures on every rock on the planet. Crystals are also measured in that same way because crystals are formed by how volcanic rock cools, quickly, slowly, anyway. So the neat thing about every crystal is every crystal has a vibrational frequency. It's true, it's all measurable. So therefore, every crystal can have a positive effect on the human body because, as you know, all of our cells move. All of our cells, therefore, have a vibrational frequency that can also be measured. We know the rate at which liver cells vibrate, kidney cells vibrate, blood cells vibrate. It's a beautiful science. I actually have a software here with a scanning device. If I scan you here, or even if you order this and I ship it to, Washington, I can pretty much tell your vibrational frequency of every cell in your body and tell you everything there is to know about your body for measuring. And it's actually an amazing piece of technology. But every crystal has a vibrational frequency and therefore can affect different things. So you can purchase a lot of crystals pretty much anywhere. Missing Piece right now has a whole line of these. They're called Scout. They're absolutely amazing. They're all different. This is red jasper. Okay. I particularly like the turquoise. Ta-da. These are $28. And again, when you're doing online shopping, you can call and order these. But let me just tell you about what some of the bracelets do. So let's say that you are talking turquoise. Turquoise, because of its vibrational frequency, is known as a mood elevator. Makes you happy. So when you wear jade, turquoise, it can actually affect you in a very positive way. The other stone that we talk a lot about, and I carry this in my office, is black tourmaline. Black tourmaline blocks negativity. Now, unfortunately, you can't put it on your computer and it won't block all the negative posts on Facebook, but, you know, you can wear it and block the negativity when you're around other people. So that is black tourmaline. And there are so many other. Lava stone comes in a variety of colors. This happens to be white lava stone. This is very grounding, so it keeps you very calm and level. That's one of the nice things. There is also some of the really pretty jade and green. This encourages recovery. So there are so many different crystals. And one of the other things that I also carry in the office is petrified wood. This is 8 million years old. Now, petrified wood is also known for being grounding and very healing and keeping your cells at a calm rate. So a lot of people take one of these and they keep it in their pocket. But again, this is over 8 million years old. I have quite a few chunks in my office that I've gathered over the years. So there are very different things that you can have that can also help. Just besides foods, a lot of people use crystals as healing. So that is one of the nice things with crystals. Oh, and there we go. So the other thing is some of the things people, I have messages, people want me to talk about essential oils. So I will talk about a couple of essential oils. Now, this is the one that most people don't know about, but the #1 oil for relieving anxiety and stress, most people don't even know about, but scientifically proven, is tangerine. People are like, what? It's not lavender? No, believe it or not, lavender is not known for relieving stress and anxiety. It is not even on the scale. If you were actually a master urologist, it's tangerine. So tangerine can lighten the mood and can also help relieve anxiety and stress in a multitude of ways. Tangerine is very inexpensive. Comes in 5 milliliter 10 mils. I have a ton in stock if you need any. The other one that most people don't think about all the time is peppermint. Why peppermint? 2 reasons. One, peppermint is a very strong anti-inflammatory. That's right, anti-inflammatory. It is also great for energy. It also is an anti-nausea and can also help lower estrogen. So peppermint is another big anti-anxiety. I have people, if they are anxious and stressed, they just sniff peppermint and it snaps them out of whatever state they're in. So try peppermint. Pending which oil company that you work with, I work with Melaleuca and Young Living, and I will tell you that Stress Away by far is my #1 selling oil, and it's actually called Stress Away because that's why, Stress Away. Vanilla, copiaba, a couple of other blends in this one, but again, you can apply it, you can diffuse it, sprinkle it under your pillowcase at night before you go to bed, make a room spray, but there are essential oils that help with stress and anxiety. And again, smell is your strongest sense because it's also the deepest part of the brain and it can affect your brain neurotransmitters, which is why essential oils work the way that they do. Okay. The other thing that we work in with my office, I work with a lot of scientific advisory companies, a lot of nutraceutical companies. I work with 2. I'm on the board of 1, and this is Sanos Biotech. Sanos Biotech has been around for years. They make a product called Cerveau. Now, you only can get this from a health practitioner, that would be me, or some of the other people that sell it. But Cerveau is a melt under your tongue tablet that is a mood regulator. So it helps with dopamine. It helps keep you calm. I have everywhere from 4-year-olds on this all the way up to 80-year-olds. But again, you can take up to 13 a day, although I wouldn't recommend it. but most people take one a day, and it just helps level them out. But it's a very calm. Initially, it was designed in New York by 6 doctors who wanted all children off all ADHD medication. That's why it was initially designed. It was initially a liquid, and then eventually they changed it a little bit. 2 years ago, it came out in a pill form, and now it is a mood regulator. So it is safe for anybody on the planet. Doesn't matter what you're on or what you're not. But it's also a great transition if people want to get off the pharmaceutical road. Okay? The other product I sell a ton of, and I can get you a direct link, you can order it yourself if you want, is Brain Reward. This is a dopamine neurotransmitter repair vehicle. So if you are really having severe anxiety and stress, Brain Reward would be your best option. You can take anywhere from 2 to 18 a day, pending your specific condition, would be how many you would take. I have patients on this from all different reasons why, everything from weight loss all the way to they want to get off all their pharmaceutically enhanced medication because that's their personal choice. But again, Brain Reward is another phenomenal project. If you are really having a tough time and you can't get out of the rut that you're in, Brain Reward is a viable option, and I can send you a direct link. So call me, message me, get a comment up here online for that. But those are some of the products that we work with to get rid of this stress and anxiety if the food isn't helping get you to where you need to be. So hang on, I'll move forward here. So let's go back over some of our strategies here. So in a recap, okay? So we talked about a lot of foods. They're all in the packet. So again, hit Every Ribbon Counts website if you'd like, and we will do whatever we can to help you out with that. But again, strategies: change your food, exercise, change what you think, routine, giving back, being thankful, stop being offended, find your passion, find your religion, find something that will get you to a better place. These are some of the top proven strategies. Now, I know I didn't put yoga on there, I didn't put meditation on there, but to me, that all falls under the exercise category. You can have a lot of fun, but again, this is that time where you can really give back, be engaged, and do a little bit more. So at this point in time, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to flip a phone around and see if there's any questions coming through for everybody who's online. So bear with me while I flip a phone, and so we can see some questions here. I'm going to flip the missing piece. We're going to flip, and let's see, there we go. We get to see, there we go. Hey, we're flipping. Okay, so for everybody else who's out there, if you have any questions, I love everybody's saying hi. Thank you so much to everybody. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. You may reach out and message me pretty much anywhere. You can call me if you want, because hey, I'm at home all the time now. But please feel free to ask questions if you need them. Please, I will, I do telehealth. I am remote. I have clients all over the country. The scanning software I have, again, is open to everybody on the planet. You just have to order your scanner, which they're on sale right now from the company. And I can download my software to you, so I can pretty much tell you everything there is to know about your body with just a scan. It's brilliant technology. I hope that helps. But again, I just wanted to shout out again to Missing Piece. And thank you. Check out the crystals. She will be talking about all of the crystal jewelry at our next shopping event. Thank you to Chocolate Works. Please make sure you can reach out and order your dark chocolate, and with all the healthy things on there that can keep you nice and healthy. And if there's anything that we can do to help here at Dr. Susan's, please reach out. Again, we do telehealth, virtual health. You can find me on the app. We do concierge home services. We do home delivery of any supplements we have in the office. Anything that we can do during this time to keep you healthy. And I have a question. Where can I purchase dragon fruit? Dragon fruit is available pretty much. I get mine at Azar's, which is down on 191 on Johnston Road in Bethlehem. I think they were 2 for $1 when I was in there the other day. You can also buy frozen dragon fruit pretty much at any grocery store. It's in the freezing section. I know a lot of my friends get it at Wegmans or Giant. So that's where dragon fruit you can buy. And it's a very healthy healthy option for you, for people who don't know a lot about the home fruit thing. So I will scroll through the feeds after I log off. If there are any questions, right now everybody seems to be posting them on the missing piece page. But again, message me. Again, Dr. Susan's PH page there. My phone number is everywhere on the planet. So please feel free to reach out. If you need it, you can email me. Or you can also contact me directly through the Every Ribbon Counts website, simply because that all goes right to my inbox as well. And the donate page is there. Order your packet there. And the same DVDs that we had last time, Epiphany and Getting Grace, as both writers, directors, and producers are working with our foundation. So, you know, we can order those as well on our website. And the Every Ribbon Counts Foundation will be there. And if you're looking for a creative way to do a mask or a creative way to do your own antibacterial hand soap, I also can give you all those tips as well. Again, decompress, breathe, be thankful, support, shop local, everybody. All I can tell you is try to do as much as you can to help keep our economy going during these crazy times. And we really appreciate that everybody's out there. If you learned anything today, please take this live feed and share it. It will be on my YouTube channel as well, so you'll be able to share it from there. There's about 20 other videos on there about health and smoothies and all that other stuff. There will be another class we will be doing one next week, so stay tuned on social media for when that one will be. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Palm Sunday this Sunday. For those of you who are going to church, we are recording all of our services live at Dryland because I'm the music director. So we've recorded a bunch of songs today, and we'll be recording a bunch for Easter as well. So thank you for the two people who are helping do our online feeds from Dryland. And again, stay safe, stay home, stay healthy, and if you need help doing anything else on the anxiety stress level, please reach out to Dr. Susan. I will do what I can to help. And you are appreciated. This is Dr. Susan. I am signing off for today. Thank you for being healthy. And thank you to Chocolate Works and to Karen for Missing Piece. We look forward to your next online shopping spree. Talk to you soon. And thanks, Kevin and Romali, for checking in with us. You are appreciated. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye, everybody.